Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
It's ship show night. It's ship show night. It's ship show night. It's ship show night. And tonight's gonna be the ship showiest night of nights there ever was. Because tonight we celebrate Booktober. So it's time to sit back, relax, let John and you take us on a fabulous journey of chicken and clucking and blocking and hecking and whatever else is going on. See you soon.
It's Ship Show Night, and tonight is Eggplant Awareness Night, yo! I can't wait to see you all in the chat saying hi to other eggplants. It's gonna be so much fun, the mother hen won't know what to do. See you there.
Hello, shipheads. I have a joke for you. What do you call a famous turtle? A celebrity. And speaking of celebrities, don't forget to watch the ship show tonight with John and York. I'm sure it will be fun. Who knows what will happen? I'm gonna put my teeth in and then pull my head into my shell and watch it myself. So I'll see you all there. Bye.
Hey, Coop. Just trying to get my body back into shape for cruising season, whatever that might be. I've been in quarantine too long, and look at me. I can't wait to get back on the cruise ship. Oh, it's ship show too.
Hey, shipheads, who's ready to go cruising again? Won't be long now, I think, before we're sitting on the deck having a cocktail, watching the waves go by. The sad part is they're probably going to be talking about cruising again on the ship show. But you can't have everything your own way. See you tonight, shipheads. Bagak!
Hey, shipheads, it's Wednesday night. That makes it ship show night, and guess what? Doodles is back. Yeah, he's back from a business trip. Sure, that was legit. So much cruising news happening, ships sailing everywhere, people having fun, lots to talk about. Hang on to your seats. Bagak!
Hi, shipheads. I'm Dingle Dangles, Santa's number 4 elf. The other 3 elves didn't want to come on because they're frightened of mature males. But it's almost Christmas and we've been so busy making all the toys for the boys and the girls and the not so little boys and girls. But it's Wednesday and it's ship show night and we're all excited. We're sitting around Santa's workshop waiting for the ship show to come on with John and Doodles. We can't wait. We'll see you soon. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, shipheads, it's Wednesday night. That makes it ship show night. And I'm just getting repped for the show because I'm going on a cruise and I want my beach body looking fantastic. Cruising's back, baby, and so is the ship show. Bagak!
Hi, my name's Amy. My mum's Emma from Emma's Cafe. She's at work at the moment because she has to take the night off to watch this thing called the Ship Show. I'm not sure what that's about. I asked my mum about who my dad is, and she said that he was a great soldier from America. Maybe one day I'll get to meet my dad. Anyway, my mum's calling Bagak, so I better go. Bye.
Hello, shipheads. It's your favorite mattress salesperson, Wanda. Yes, and I'm just here in the war room of Flight Day 2022. Just to let everyone know that we've got it all under control. We're sorting this mess out as we speak. We're leaving no stone unturned. So me and McFern have got it all under control. Adder's off doing whatever he's doing. God help us.
And Trevor's off doing whatever he's doing, so it's all left to wonder. All in good hands, darling. Don't worry, we'll get this sorted. Mwah, I love yous all. Bye. Hi, shipheads, it's Wanda. Freshly out of rehab and getting ready to head to New York City to go to the group cruise. Yeah! Oh, just can't wait to go and get the fresh air in my hair. I grew it out just for Jamie. I hope he likes it. He's such a hunk of a guy. Oh, now I gotta find a way to distract Sharon so I can get my claws on him. Anyway, let's see what my boys are up to tonight. Hi, John. Hi, Doodles. Begone.
I'm in Vegas, baby, for the Sharon at Sea Ship Show meetup, and I can't wait to see every... What do you mean? It was the weekend just passed. So, not now. So, I guess I'm the only one here. Which means I guess tonight we'll just find out what Clayco had to do all the weekend and get all the scoop for the coop. So, on with the show. Vegas, Bagag!
Good evening, shipheads, and welcome to another episode of the Ship Show. Who knows what will happen tonight? Maybe we'll be begarking at some videos. Or maybe we'll be devouring the mature male. But we shan't pander around. Let's just get this show on the road with John and Doodles. Begah!
Hit that mute button. There we go. There we go. Damn. Yes, it was. Well, now's the time to say all the bad words in the world. Nobody will have to be able to read our lips. I'm. Anybody hear me? Is it just they can hear me, but they can't hear the rooster? Is that true? Well, so I better stop the curse words. How about that intro? I couldn't stop laughing from all of those clips. Those were, the one where he was calling out Jamie. Now that was a classic. That was good. I have to real quick. I have to give a shout out to my man Larry Thomas, who had the lead, but gave us the super chat like right off the bat. I can't wait for the three Larrys to cruise again in Alaska. It's been a while, but I'm definitely I am actually legally the third, but when it comes to cruising, I'm definitely the third. I'd have to give Larry Thomas senior status and Larry Brandhorst Jr. and then I'm definitely the third. But they are awesome guys, and Larry Brandhorst called me last Thursday. I was on my way to Chicago for hockey playoffs, and they were still on vacation, believe it or not, on their way home. And he said, "You won't believe this. We were somewhere, and we got stopped, and somebody said, 'Hey, aren't you one of the three Larrys that cruise?'" So it's like he was taken by surprise. But awesome people, great to cruise with. Looking forward to Alaska. So, John, still not there? They can hear me, but not you. That is bizarre. That that is some weird stuff. So I will just kind of keep on going here. I will say this for anybody that's going on an Alaska cruise. I've talked to Jamie many times, and they're looking to put some different excursions together for people that want to go. So I called him and I just said, Jamie, I've never been to Alaska, and I'm looking at these excursions through the ship, and holy moly. I knew things would be expensive, not quite this expensive, but it wasn't really the price so much as it was just information overload. And it's like, I've never been there before. I don't know when I'll actually be back. So I kind of want to make the most of this trip. And so I'm kind of looking for different tips from people. I reached out to Larry and Diane about what they were doing. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think that train in Skagway just looks amazing. I could care less if it's 7.5 hours. I'm glad it's 7.5 hours. I want to make a day of it. Now I hear myself echo a bit. Now I'm echoing. They said I'm on a little bit of a delay. Well, my brain is on a delay too, so that should probably work out fairly well, right? So I did talk to Jamie about some events to have on the cruise ship, and so all I can say is it's a work in progress. We're coming up with maybe some old ideas, but some new ideas too. Um, but I am just really looking forward to my first time in Alaska. Again, for a number of different reasons. Number one, kind of the cost of airfare, but I am flying in 3 nights early. I think it's on the 17th. There was a direct flight from St. Louis to Seattle that was actually like the least expensive, and so it was so much less that it paid for the hotel for that extra night. Plus, Melissa used to live in Seattle, so she always likes going back. There's all kinds of different things and places we want to go to. I will throw this out there. If anybody's staying in downtown Seattle, down where all the action is, there's a place called the Crab Pot. And we went there years ago, and it's one of those places where they sit you at a table and your tablecloth, and you get an extra thing down, and you place your order, and it comes in buckets, and they just dump it right on the table. And it was by far the best meal I've ever had in my life. Just a wide variety of seafood, corn, potatoes. It was just amazing. It was so much fun. The area was cool. So I would highly recommend the Crab Pot to anybody that has not been there before. I stayed at a Holiday Inn downtown, and it was walking distance to get there. Um, I think I'm staying at the Crown Plaza this year. That's the other thing I would say. Hotels are definitely expensive, so I would not wait to book a hotel. Um, yeah. Uh, Unbelievably, we signed on with each other early, and John was like, "This is the best you've ever sounded. It's clear, no echo, blah blah blah." We were all set to go, and it was about probably 10 to 8, and I'm like, "Can I real quick get up and shake the dew off my lily?" And I did, and I came back, and then nothing was the same. It was like, no, we don't know what happened, but good to be here. Well, what I touched shouldn't have affected the show. So we just got a super chat from my friend and your friend and everyone's friend.
Yeah. Oh,
Writing with Larry. He said, "Hey Larry, can't wait for Alaska." And I cannot say my sentiments are exactly the same. We are going to have the best time. I always have the best time with Larry and Diane and so many others, not just them. But you know, I have cruised 36 times, and I still get really, really, really excited every time I cruise, and especially when it's to some new place. Um, Never been to Alaska. Have been to Seattle, but never to Alaska. Um, just really, really looking forward to it. Um, you can cruise the Caribbean so many times, and unfortunately, these ships they just don't change their itineraries. They just don't. So I have a cruise. I've made my notes. I cruise in 38 days on Allure of the Seas, and my stops are Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Roatan. What a shocker! Not that, yeah. Okay. So now that was funny stuff. Okay. So John just commented. He's like, "I'm talking away like everybody can hear me." I'm back. What? I am. All right. So what's going on with you? You're at the home base. You're at the home base. So you're in the home base. How's it not working? Now I can't even hear you. Oh boy. Can anybody hear me? I can't hear it. I'm dead. I'm like, all right. Now I hear you. Now I hear you again. Now I do. Yes. Give us a quick. Give us a quick answer. Can anyone hear John? Well, that was just a rooster rant right there. So it was a very good rooster rant. He's frustrated. He's frustrated, Coop. I don't know what to say. He's frustrated, and I don't blame him. We signed on super early to get everything working and then in working order, and it's just not happening. So I'm gonna go back and go through some of my notes because I still had some questions, but it's gonna be hard for you to answer since they can't hear you. But well, I'm going to move on then. I'll get back to you and the breakaway. So our good friend Doodles and Bunta, they are on currently on the Wonder of the Seas. I've seen some posts that they've made, and I was on the Symphony last July, and I thought it was an amazing ship. And all I've heard is the Wonder is even better than the Symphony. Those class ships, I know there's a lot of people on them, but they're just so big that I just never feel crowded. I just feel like there's just so much to do. I am missing on. I will miss on the Allure. I really fell in love with Hooked, Seafood, and Wonderland. I thought they were just amazing places. Wonderland is so much more about the ambiance and everything about the place. I mean, you walk into the place and they've got a door just out in the middle of the room that you kind of go through that welcomes you into Wonderland. That I think is just really, really cool. I make the best of every cruise ship. I really do. I wouldn't really say that when you come back from a cruise you have complaints. That it's more of things that you didn't like per se, but I never find I find a way to have a great time on all cruise ships. And I really wanted to go on the Wonder, and eventually I will. But now that that Icon's coming out, and I booked that. Um, I looked at my notes. Icon is like 386 days away. It'll be here in no time. So I'm very excited about going on the Allure in 38 days. I have another cruise I'm going on in 71 days. And then the Alaska is 124. And believe me, that goes by fast. Especially when you look, I always look at the months with the holidays, and it's like, you go through Valentine's Day we just had, then St. Patrick's Day, um, Mother's Day, all of a sudden the cruise is here. And you wonder where time went. But um, I'm just so grateful that cruising is back, and cruising is back in full force. Um, I look at people's negative comments about things, and unfortunately for me, I'm just not a foodie. Um, I just kind of find places to eat, and I look for more of the experience, like the Wonderland. The Wonderland was just when you go in, you sit at the bar, and they've got I got like a smoky was a smoky maple flavored old fashioned. It was unbelievable. Melissa got this drink that had like cotton candy in it, and you pour it in there, and the cotton candy melted. Um, then you sit down and you get the menu, and you get a paintbrush, and you have to paint the menu with water for the menu to actually appear. And people are dressed in costume. It was just a really really cool thing. Those are the things that I like. The hook was just an amazing seafood dinner, and I love seafood. Um, but so many people just go on and on and on about how terrible food is and the portion size, and I never ever imagined that people would complain about portion sizes on cruises when you can eat literally all day long. Um, so anyway, I am looking forward to a lot of their new ports. I've heard nothing but great things about the new port that they have in Galveston. Um, it's well worth the 45-minute drive or whatever from Houston. Airfare wasn't bad. Hotels in Galveston were kind of pricey, but I'd rather stay in Galveston, be right there where everything is. There's great restaurants. Just the ambiance about being right there on the ocean before your cruise to me means a lot. So I'm cruising for food. Thank you very much for that super chat. Um, she, she's giving you words of encouragement. Unfortunately, my eyes are not very good. And we got another super chat. Brandeline 94. Um, monetary sacrifice to the sound gods. Now that was very apropos. That was perfect. Um, John works so hard at this show. I can't. Yeah. He works so hard at this show, and he puts his heart and soul into it, and that's why I feel very privileged to be a part of it with him and Doodles. But he gets very frustrated when things don't go well, um, and this is his deal. This is his baby, and I feel very fortunate to be part of it. So I'm gonna move on to Alaska. The freeze your bagox off. He, sometimes that works when your car won't start and you take something. you know, Sometimes you have to kick the tires a little. You got to kick the tires. You got to hit the engine with a wrench. You got to do anything it takes to get it going. Yeah, I can hear you great. I I, I can hear you great. Oh my God. Hey, get that bullhorn out again and open up your window. Oh, open, open up your window, and I think everybody across America can hear you. Is he still muted? Can anyone hear him out there? Is he still Crazy Cat Traveler? Thank you for that. We need all the contributions we can now. Now she's contributing to your therapist. That was funny. Now I'm gone. Now I'm gone.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
Oh my. Well, if they can't save me, I'll take a great big snort of bourbon. All right, I think I'm back. They can't hear me either now. Oh boy. They can't hear either one of us. Anybody out there? Can anyone hear us out there? Cruising for food. She just wants to see your abs. They can't hear me either. We're both gone. I'm back. All right. All right. So I'm going to go back to that Alaska cruise. So if anybody has been there before and they've got all kinds of ideas of something they've been that they definitely would recommend everybody post it for us, because people like me were overwhelmed about all the different excursions that are out there. I am really looking forward to that train ride that Jamie and Sharon are hooking up, but some of the other places I am just I don't know what to choose. And I'm going on YouTube. This Puppy the cat gave a super chat. Said, love the ship show. Yeah. 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 Um. So I see these posts that people put on other people's channels, and they kind of like just so negative, and it's like I look. I sit at home at times and I'm bored, and I go through people's old vlogs that they post, and I come across the vlogs of when we were deep into the pandemic, and 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 I'll say this forever. I can't say enough about Sharon at Sea Travel, because I booked probably 10 cruises with her that got canceled, and she would have to cancel and rebook and rebook and rebook. And I go back to those shows, and it's like you start thinking like you start thinking about everybody's health, number one, and actually cruising is not that higher on your list, or it shouldn't have been at the time. But now that it just seems that wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago that cruising just started, and we're in full force. You can go on any cruise anywhere, and you have like no restrictions to it. And I just have to say to everybody out there, just when you cruise, just be happy that you're cruising. Be happy that you're getting to enjoy. It's my favorite travel. I mean, it's not even close to anything else. Um, I will say though that when Melissa and I snuck down in New Orleans and gave most people a big surprise, it was a really fun weekend. Um, when we decided to do it, I quickly. Oh my goodness, we have a super chat from Melissa Kaiser. Thank you for that super chat. We we had a little something planned for you, um, but I don't know if the technical difficulties will allow that. But it might have to save for another week. But so, um, I will say when we went to New Orleans, unfortunately,
Oh, yeah.
we were only there for
Oh,
one day
yeah.
before everybody left. But We then had Sunday, Monday, and most of Tuesday. We didn't fly out to Tuesday night. We made a list. I went out to people's vlogs and looked at all kinds of things that people did. And Melissa started, she's a reader, I'm a watcher. So we put a list together of probably 20 things that we wanted to do. And when we got on the airplane on Tuesday, I found my list and I said, do you realize that we did everything on this list? And not only everything on this list, but probably about 15 more things that weren't on our list. Um, the one day we got back to the Hilton we were staying at, and I took off my Fitbit, and we had walked 10.8 miles. 10.8 miles. And that's with many like pit stops for a big ass beer. That was a long day, but really a lot of fun. So I'm not saying I don't have fun traveling and going to other places, but cruising, it's just that feeling of every day you're at a new place or a sea day and you don't have to pack and unpack. Everything's right there for you. It's just to me a really, really special type of vacation. And Melissa and I definitely enjoyed doing things, doing whatever we wanted to do. But it's just really nice to the friends that you meet and the friends that you keep from cruising is like really special, really really special. And so that's just my little words of wisdom to everybody is just be glad we're cruising again. Make the most of it. You're always going to have negatives. um, the cruise ships cannot control bad weather when you don't go to a port that you can't get into someplace. Um, Everyone should know that by now. And like I saw you guys, you didn't make it into Belize, but then you had the coop soup and the hot tub, and I hope that water was extremely hot, by the way, because I did not see a lot of people exiting the hot tub and getting back in the hot tub, if you know what I mean, right? But you had a fun day. You made the sea day became a fun day. That's my point. So you missed Belize. You missed you missed you missed Belize. You missed Belize, and it's like, yeah, Belize has a lot of cool stuff and a lot of fun things to do, and but you make the most of it. The way I look at it, you know, they still can't hear you. Is it plugged in? Is it plugged in? Is it turned on? Is it turned on? Is it on mute? It's not on mute because I can hear you. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I think the favorite part of New Orleans when Melissa and I went there, there were only two people, two that knew we were going, and that was Sharon at sea and Larry Brandhorst. So um, I had booked the hotel that she had recommended, and I canceled it, and I canceled it. And so I could not find I couldn't find what I had booked. I had a feeling of what it was, but I wasn't for certain. So I texted her and said, "Hey, we're gonna come down and surprise John and Jamie. I can't remember the hotel." And so she said it to me, and I was like, "Damn it, that was the one I knew." So she's like, "Oh my god, that's so awesome! You guys are doing it." And I said, "Well, it sure helped to have that companion pass from Southwest." But, um, it was so the excitement that we had, that we knew how many people that we knew that were going on it. The excitement we had to kind of surprise people. And I know I said it the last show, but we Melissa had a carry on. Melissa had a carry on, and I didn't demand it.